Hey YouTube world, and a good happy morning to you. As you know by now, I can be found all over the web, so hey, why not look me up? Because the weather is crap out there, and I'm sure you have time to do a simple and quick project. So go look me up. Look me up on Facebook, Crafting with Six, and then look me up on YouTube, also my other channel, Crafting with Six. Guys, today I want to talk about stupid drivers. Why is it seemingly intelligent people will get behind the wheel of a car and then do stupid ass shit? Guys, inside your car, if you hear, that means your blinker is on. That means your turn indicator is on. You might want to turn that off if you are not going to turn. I don't get it. I totally, completely, utterly do not get it. Because I will be on the open highway. No good and damn well you ain't turning. No good and damn well you're not trying to switch lanes, because I get it. I get it. You know, you use your indicator to indicate that you're gonna change lanes. But if after 3 miles and a good 7 to 10 minutes you have not switched lanes, it's a pretty sure bet that you're just riding around flashing your blinker because you've got nothing better to do. Which is annoying to the rest of us because, you know, we know how to operate a vehicle and we know how to operate the little sticks inside on the steering wheel that turn things off and on. So feel free to turn your blinker off when you're not changing lanes or making a turn. Guys, when you see people trying to merge onto the highway from the on-ramp, feel free to get over and allow these people a chance to get on the damn highway. Explain to me why yesterday, somebody, please, and if you're the jackass that happened to have done this to us, because we're in St. Louis, Missouri, if you're the jackass that happened to have done this, feel free to comment why below, because you're a dumbass, okay? Let me tell you something. When you see a 4x4 coming up on the highway from the on-ramp and you're in a Prius, you don't want to run up beside that truck and ride them all the way to the end of the lane, because I'm coming from an on-ramp, so you know my lane is going to run out as I merge in. So why would your dumbass in a well, you're in a Prius. Of course you're a dumbass. But anyway, why would you run up beside me? Who do you think's gonna win in that battle? Just saying. And you know what? Me and my husband both felt the inspiration to let you know that you were number one. Yes, we did. We let you know that you were number one. And you know what? You also made it to the number 2 list. So when you do things like that, just be aware that people are going to let you know you're number one. Here's what I don't understand. If you do not have or possess the, common sense or ability to drive, then why are you doing it? Some of you people absolutely cannot possibly have a driver's license. Now, here's the thing. I don't have a driver's license. I did it one time. I did. And then I realized that I have zero tolerance for ignorance, stupidity, and lack of common sense. Because if you cut me off, I will speed up so you hit me. Yeah. If you see me driving and you try to do this, I'm gonna speed up so you hit me, because you're gonna pay for your ignorance. I mean, you just will. And I have no problem in my mind ramming the shit out of people with I mean, I've never actually done it in real life, but in my mind, I have choked, crotch kicked, high-fived in the face with a Mack truck, and rammed the shit out of people on the highway. I have done these things in my mind. But anyway, I can't physically drive because 3 reasons. Because my vision is really not that good anymore. I am right at borderline legally blind, and I am very much borderline deaf. You know, anybody who's watching these videos and keeps up, I really don't. I am completely deaf on the left side, very little sound on the right side, yada yada. Yeah, I have disabilities that limit me. But then the third thing is I have absolutely no stupidity control. So you would cut me off, or you would ride your blinker for, the next 5 miles, or you do something completely stupid. And aside from me letting you know that you're number one, I would ram your ass. And I tell my husband all the time, I'm like, thank the gods that you're driving, because your tolerance for ignorance is so much greater than mine. Because let me tell you something, people, I swear, if you are over in the 60 mile an hour lane, which is to the far left, people, we all know, and I don't condone it, and I'm not advocating for it, but we all know that if you're in the far left 60 mile an hour zone, most people are over there doing between 75 and 80. Get the hell out the way. If you want to actually do 50 to 60 miles an hour, then stay in the middle lanes. If you want to bitch drive between 35 and 40, stay all the way to the right. However, don't get in the on-ramp merging lanes. Don't do that, because a 4x4 will come along and knock your Prius ass off the road. Sorry. But I don't have a tolerance for ignorance. I don't. And I think my cup says it all. Coffee. Because if I was drinking anything stronger, I'd probably, the shit that went on in my mind would probably become reality. And as happy as I would make most drivers by clearing the road for you, these stupid asses, I'd probably end up in jail somewhere, So, yeah, like I said, I have rammed and high-fived in the face with a Mack truck many of people over the years in my mind. But, drivers, man, drivers, I don't get you. I just don't get you. I mean, if you are driving along, and even if you're as deaf as I am, there's an indicator on your dashboard that flashes, and it points that way or it points that way. And if you see it's lit up and it's flashing and you hear, that's a damn good indicator that your blinker is on. Your blinker, your turn indicator, your switching lane indicator. Now, here's what you want to do. You either A, want to make that damn turn, or B, you want to switch lanes, or C, turn it off. Nobody riding behind you for the last 20 minutes is impressed that your blinkers work and that your dumb ass hasn't turned yet. We're just not. We're not that damn impressed. And let me tell you something. If you are in the far left lane, and you're a Prius or anything small, and you see a 4x4 coming up on your ass, feel free to move. Feel free to get your ass over. Let that 4x4 pass. Do it. Because other than that, I'm pretty damn sure that 4x4 is going to ride your ass until you do. And if you slam on the brakes, you're the one going to lose. I mean, my insurance rates might go up, but you're the one that's going to lose. Because you're not going to win that war between the 4x4 and the Prius. Not going to happen. So feel free to get your ass out of the way. Now, once that 4x4 passes, feel free to get your ass back over. Do whatever you want. Don't care. Here's the thing. Don't box me in between you and 2 semi-trucks. Because I will come and ride your bumper until you get the fuck out of my way. And when I say I will, I know my husband. He'll do it. Because we don't like being boxed in between the left-hand lane wall and an 18-wheeler. Or if we're in the middle lanes, we don't like being boxed in between 2 18-wheelers. And your dumb ass should have enough sense to speed up so the people behind you are not in that situation. Now, when you are exiting the highway, feel free to maintain a safe and reasonable speed. When you are exiting the highway, you do not go from 80 to 60 to 40 to 2 miles an hour, making that turn to get the hell off the highway. Because if you do, you're liable to get smacked in the ass. Because the rest of us who are merging off of the highway are not going to slow down to 2 miles an hour. That's just stupid. Now, as you're coming to the end of that off-ramp road, then you may need to, slow down or even possibly stop. But in the very beginning, that is not what you want to do, is it? No. So, stupid people, be aware of what's going on around you. And also, let me just toss this out there, because my husband isn't right now, but he used to be, and there are others on the road who are motorcycle riders. Guys, be aware of your motorcycle riders. Be cautious. Give them room, and don't be the second one to their crash scene if they should happen to fall. You do not want to tailgate a motorcycle. Don't do it. That's ignorant. Do not ride beside them. That is ignorant. Give them room. Give them space as much as you would give the respect of any other car or vehicle on the highway. Now, with most motorcycles, you want to give them at least a car length space in between your front bumper and their butt. Because here's the deal. If they fall, you want time to stop before you run over them. Because even if you don't give a damn about them or their bike, I'm sure you don't want their bike under your car, because it will ruin your car. So, if you don't give a rat's ass about another human life, at least satisfy your own selfish greed by not fucking up your car running over their bike. Now, hopefully you have enough respect for human life that you would do it because you don't want to run over a person. Because you would actually want to be able to stop in time to be able to help that person rather than hit that person. It's just a little bit of respect. Guys, seriously, when you are out on the road, try your very best to think of other people, and also realize, keep in mind that when you are out on the road, just because you are a 60-year veteran of the road and you've been driving for 60 years and maybe your ass at 60, 80 shouldn't be driving because you're like this over the steering wheel, and yeah, that's a whole nother topic, I guess. Old ass people, and trust me, I'm getting up there with you, but you shouldn't be driving if you can barely see over the steering wheel or if you cannot see the signs past the hood of your car. But anyway, people, come on, common sense. You know, give some consideration. You might be a 60-year road veteran, and maybe you've been driving for 60 years, but not everybody has been. We have a lot of permit drivers nowadays, and we have a lot of young people. These young people, as much as they do stupid ass shit, do not deserve to die for their stupid ass opinions. So let's not, run them off the road or whatever. Now, like I said, in my mind, I have high-fived your ass in the face with a Mack truck for cutting me off or whatever. But in reality, most of the time, I just let you know you're number one. And here's the thing. I will take a clear-cut look at who I'm letting know is number one, because I'm not going to flip off an old person, because I believe old people do stupid shit because they just don't know any better. I'm not going to flip off a young person because I just think you're too stupid to know any better. However, if you're around, if I look at you and I guess you to be between 35 and 50, you are subject to be known as number one. And some of you make the bucket list number two. Here's what I don't get, people. If you don't get the concept of the road, why are you out there? I mean, like, here's what okay. Perfect example. My mother-in-law can't see worth the shit. She is diabetic and has eye issues, and she's blind as a freaking bat, and I'm scared to death to ride with her. And I don't very often, because I just think she's going to get smacked by a Prius. I think she is. I think she's going to get smacked by a Prius, and then she will stop driving, because I'm not going to lie, if I got smacked by a Prius, I'd stop driving. But anyways, seriously, I think this woman, she can't see worth the shit, so she does stupid shit. And she doesn't realize she's done stupid shit until it's right there. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, you guys know I'm legally blind, and I have the hearing issues and the whole nine. And here's the thing. Half the time when I'm riding with somebody and they see or hear the emergency lights and they start to get over, I'm like, why are you stopping? And it's like, oh, I don't see it. I don't hear it. So I don't drive because of that, because I don't want to be the reason that someone's ambulance or fire truck didn't get to them on time because they had to go around me. And I'll be honest with you, I don't even know at this point if I could pass the visual to even get a license. I haven't had one in years. I still know how to drive. I mean, it's like riding a bike. You don't forget. But the last time I drove was probably about 2 years ago. I drove my kids from here to the gas station. I mean, I do know how to drive. I just don't because A, I am very disabled as far as visual and hearing. And a lot of times I have to remodulate the sound on these videos. Like I said, I don't edit them, but I will go re-modify the sound because I don't want people to think I'm yelling at them, because I am very animated. And most of it's because I am legally blind and I'm on the borderline of legally deaf. And so, you know, I don't drive because A, the disabilities, and B, I would just run your ass off the road. I have very low tolerance, and so I would just run your ass off the road because, you know, I don't tolerate stupid drivers. Turn your freaking blinkers off. Come on, man. Turn your blinkers off if you're not turning or if you're not going to switch lanes. Prius, slug bugs, MGs, you little bitty car drivers, dude, do not jump in front of 4x4s, dump trucks, 18-wheelers, tow trucks. Do not jump in front of vehicles that are 5 times your size or have 3 to 5 times the horsepower, because you won't win. If we collide, you won't win. It's not going to happen. So don't be that stupid. College students, we don't want to see you die on the highway because you are too stupid to understand. High school kids, don't do it. Okay? Just don't do it. Don't be that flippant ignorant. Don't do it. Stupid ass drivers. Get some common sense. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap this one up. I'm all over the web. Feel free to stay off the roads and go over to Crafting with Six and find a project that's safe for you and at a slower pace. Anyway, it is January the 30th on this Thursday morning. It is 10:32 in my world. So I hope you're gearing up for a good weekend. And if you're going to be Sunday driving, go Sunday drive on the back streets. Don't do it on the highways, guys. Have a good one.